Okay. Hello everyone. In this lecture we will be discussing about reading a string from user or taking string as an input from user. So basically for input there is a basic function which we are already using in our previous programs, that is scanf. Okay, this is the function which is defined in your standard input output library. Okay, so we stdio.h, that header file we include for this function to utilize this function. Now what this function does? This function reads the sequence of characters until it encounters any white space. Okay. Now here the meaning of white space is that a simple space can be considered as white space. Your tab character, your tab can be considered. Your new line, this is also considered as, or vertical tab, that is also considered as your white space. So scanf function is a standard input function which takes the input from the user, but it reads the sequence of characters until it encounters any white spaces. Now let's take this with the running example so that we can see some other functions as well. Fine. So as you can see on the screen, I have written a simple code in which we have taken the string, we have taken a character data type, definitely an array with a name with size 20, and in which we are going to scan something. Okay. Now I have because I want to input something, so definitely in this from the standard input I have inputted Soumya Chaturvedi. This is my name, so which I have inputted, and there is a space, a normal nomenclature of writing. Whenever you write your name and surname, you give a space in between, right? So while giving this in standard from the standard input device and using this code, the output which we have received is your name is Soumya. Now you can see over here that we have fed it, or we have given input as Soumya Chaturvedi, but as I said in the definition of scanf function, that it only reads till it encounters any white space. So once it find out this space, it stops reading and taken as an input only Soumya, right? Now we will be discussing another function. What if you want to have the whole line of string? Then what will happen? Because you definitely, it will be separated by white spaces, or there can be a new line symbol can be used, like if the sentence is of 2 lines. So for that purpose we have another function. Let's see. Okay, so the other function is on the place of scan for taking the input we are talking about first. So the idea is how to read a line of text, because there will be multiple sequence of input in the characters, but they will be separated by white space, and I wish to read the entire text in the line. So for that purpose we can definitely use a function which is fgets. Okay, now this function will help you to read the line of string. To read the line of string. Likewise, I will definitely discuss the how it works in the program itself. Likewise, this was this method fgets and this scanf. These two functions were for taking or reading the input in form of strings we are talking about. Whereas we must have used earlier to display things or for output a printf function, okay, but there is another function which can also be used, that is puts, okay, in place of printf. These are for output. Fine. So let's take the programming example. Okay. Now you can see here, again I have taken the array of, like, let's say size 30, and a printf statement is again to show the display something. Now here in this line I have written the function to read the string, okay, fgets. So the standard thing is that you define the variable name, then the size of the name, and you define that fgets comes with 3 parameters and a standard input device. We are taking standard input, okay. Whereas as I discussed, like printf can also be used to display things, and puts can also be used to display some things, okay, display the strings easily. So in this example I have fed the input from the standard input device, that is Soumya Chaturvedi is my name. So as you can clearly see that between all the sequence of characters there is a white space between, and I wish to print the whole string as a line of text, right? So this can be published. So same Soumya Chaturvedi is my name is being displayed over here. Whereas in case of previous example, when we were only using the scanf, though I have given the standard input like Soumya Chaturvedi, and there was this white space in between, so whatever may be the sequence or line of text present, but through scanf you can only the compiler will only scan until it encounters any white space, so it will display Soumya, and in the other case it will be displaying that a simple long enough things. So we will be going back to our discussion here. So in some of the places you can even find there is a function which is gets, okay, like puts. Similarly it was gets, but further it is modified, and now fgets is more suitable as it defines with the size as well, okay. So in C this is no longer okay, no longer in use, but yeah, it was initially gets only, and then it is further modified. So that's all for now. We have learned a little bit about how to read the string from the user. If the string is only a sequence of characters without the white space, that means then we can use a scanf to take that input, and if we have a line of text, in that case we have to use fgets, and we can display the line of text using the function puts. Thank you for watching.